On a reef at dusk, Qubit spots an octopus resting on a brown rock. Then, blink. The animal becomes pale and speckled beside a patch of sand. It looks like an underwater costume change, but there is no paint and no magic. The secret is living skin controlled by an astonishing nervous system. An octopus is not a fish. It is a cephalopod mollusk related to squids and cuttlefish with 8 flexible arms, 3 hearts and no heart skeleton. Its soft body can squeeze through narrow gaps, while its skin can alter color, pattern, brightness, and even texture to suit the moment. The most famous color makers are chromatophores. These are tiny elastic sacs in the skin, each holding pigment. Depending on the species, their pigments may appear yellow, orange, red, brown, or nearly black. Thousands of chromatophores form a living display surface, but they are not little screen pixels copying a photograph. Around each pigment sac are fine radial muscles. When nerves tell those muscles to contract, they pull the sac wide, making its color more visible. When the muscles relax, the sac shrinks to a tiny dot. By expanding different groups in fractions of a second, the octopus creates fast waves, spots, bars, and clouds. One chromatophore cannot make every color. Instead, overlapping groups and different degrees of expansion build patterns together. A wide brown sac beside smaller yellow and red sacs can change the skin's overall tone. The result is more like a coordinated mosaic than a box of crayons, with edges that can remain soft or sharp. Beneath some chromatophores lie iridophores. They do not rely mainly on pigment. Microscopic reflective structures bounce and interfere with light, producing shimmering blues, greens, silvers, or rainbow-like flashes that change with viewing angle. This is structural color, the same broad idea behind the gleam of some feathers, beetles, and soap films. Another layer contains leucophores, pale cells that scatter many wavelengths of available light. They can help skin resemble the general brightness and color cast of its surroundings, whether that light is cool blue or warm sandy gold. Leucophores are mostly passive reflectors, while the nervous system adjusts the active chromatophores above them. Together, chromatophores, iridophores, and leucophores create a layered optical toolkit. Pigment can darken or pattern the surface, reflective cells add changing shine, and scattering cells soften the match to ambient light. The exact layers and colors vary between species, so every octopus has its own range rather than one universal palette. Color is only half the disguise. Small muscular structures called papillae can raise parts of the skin into bumps, ridges, or branching points. On rough coral, the octopus may look knobbly. Over sand, it can flatten again. It changes its three-dimensional surface, not merely the image painted across it. How does the octopus decide what to show? Its large camera-like eyes analyze shapes, edges, brightness, movement, and contrast. Most studied octopus species appear to have limited conventional color vision, and some can detect polarized light. Scientists are still investigating how they choose convincing colors without seeing color exactly as humans do. Visual information travels through large optic lobes and other brain regions that classify the scene. Motor commands then race through nerves to chromatophore muscles and skin papillae. Special neural circuits can coordinate whole body patterns almost instantly. The animal is actively selecting a useful response, not waiting for the background to stain its skin. The octopus nervous system is famously distributed. Many neurons sit in its arms, helping each arm sense and move with some local independence. Yet a coordinated skin display involves central control and networks throughout the body. The arms do not each choose random colors. The animal systems cooperate to produce one behavior. For camouflage, an octopus may broadly match the brightness, scale, and contrast of nearby sand, stones, seagrass, or reef. It does not perfectly reproduce every pebble. Instead, a few well-chosen patches can make its outline harder to notice. Good camouflage tricks a viewer's pattern recognition system rather than becoming true invisibility. Some displays break up the body outline with bold light and dark blocks. This is disruptive camouflage. Others make the octopus resemble a common object such as a rock, algae clump, or coral fragment, a strategy called masquerade. Body posture, arm arrangement, and slow movement complete the illusion while the skin keeps changing. Camouflage can protect an octopus from larger predators, but it can also help with hunting. A hidden octopus waits while a crab or shrimp comes close, then reaches with its arms. Some species send traveling dark bands across the body during a stalk. Color control is both shield and strategy. depending on context. Skin patterns also communicate. One octopus may darken, pale, stripe, or flash during courtship, rivalry, alarm, or warning. Blue-ringed octopuses reveal brilliant rings when threatened, telling observers to stay away. Such displays are signals, not invitations. Wild octopuses should never be touched, chased, cornered, or handled for a photograph. Even this remarkable system has limits. Lighting, distance, background complexity, viewing angle, species, health, and attention all affect the result. An octopus may stand out, choose the wrong pattern, or simply move away. Ink is a separate escape tool released into the water. It is not the substance that colors the skin. Qubit's reef scan is complete. Pigment sacs expand, reflective and scattering cells shape the light, papillae remodel the surface, and vision plus neural control coordinate the display. Octopuses do not copy every background perfectly, yet their flexible toolkit creates extraordinary camouflage and communication. One quiet animal carries a whole theater in its skin.